Howdy all, this is Texas Gaming Industries here, and welcome to episode 23, part 4 of my Let's Play of Transport Fever 2. In the previous episode, after tons of work, we were able to access all of the gold in this little river area and deliver it to the Colombo auction house. And in this episode, we're going to get started with the extension of the railway from Colombo up into the mountains to the town of Kandy, where we'll be accessing to many of these coffee plantations. Of course, we also want to connect to some of these other towns as well. So, let's get started with our next stop, the town of Anapusa. This will basically be one of two stops before reaching the summit. This will be at 240 meters as usual. Dang it, low on funds. Alright, that should do it. Well, thankfully, there is food that needs to be brought into town, but not a whole bunch. It is only a village, after all, and it does need a connection to the outside world. Okay, that should do it for the passenger station side. Now we can start adding the freight side. Since there's only one commodity that's being dropped off here, we're only going to have like one small platform. Let's place a road here. And make sure that this road is nice and flat as much as possible. Otherwise, it's just going to look very much out of place. Alright. Thankfully, with the station so close to the shops nearby, the train can just simply drop off its commodities. Right. Let's see. Alright. We'll connect that there and add this here. Huh. That's funny, that track wasn't connected properly. 55-mile-an-hour curve. That's totally fine. And since food is only coming in from one direction, there's no switch that will lead it back onto the main line in the opposite direction. Okay. Do that. And do that. Wait, is the track going up or is it flat? I'm hoping it's flat. Sweet, it is. So I'm good. that should basically be it for the station on that side. Just gotta do is just connect this here. Wait, what? How is this not flat? Guess I'll have to do it like that, and then do this. Double slip switch it. And then we'll basically continue the line by switching over to the left, building over this river, and then building another river, and then building a station on this side to make it easier and not cause too much of a traffic jam on the crossing. We'll have to go up a bit on a little bit of a grade. Place that down. Place that down. Actually, let's delete this so it can basically placed in the right spot. And since this town doesn't need any commodities brought in, it's just gonna be only, well, one platforms for the express trains and another set of platforms for the local trains. And I've forgotten to delete the normal track. Much better. Alright. Place down these roofs. Then add another set of these roofs. And then all we just have to do is slowly build the track downwards and connect it here. And replace that bank bridge with an embankment. Alright. The main line up into the mountains is looking pretty good. I'll just have to make sure that some of this track looks good as well. And since the station is now done, we'll connect these sections together. Place down the switches on this side. Do that. And then place the double slip switch there. And last but not least, be sure that the road is connected at both ends. It'll build over this small river, and then connect both of these sides together. A bus stop up there. Another one down here. Finally, our last stop, Kandy. There is going to be a through station on this side, and wagon convoys will pick up the loads of food and machinery and bring it into town. But we'll also need the siding to pick up the coffee beans and bring them into Colombo. Alright, let's see. Forgot to get rid of the regular track. add this. Somehow my game is starting to lag, even though there's hardly any vehicles on the map. This is gonna take like forever to get this done. Alright, that's the passenger stations. Okay. Then the passenger platforms for the local trains. Alright. That should be the commuter station. That should be the local passenger train platforms. Now you guys gotta get started on placing down the freight house tracks. We'll be placing them right beside the main passenger station like we did at one of the previous stations that we worked on. We'll just basically do that. Do that. Double track it. Jeez. If I know this was going to happen, I would have had set the settings to make it would have had done something to make this lag basically unachievable. All I know is once I get these other platforms done at the freight houses, then we can basically connect this, and then that should basically be it for this extension. And once that's done, all we need to do next is deliver loads of coffee from the coffee house from the factory here in Kandy down to the other end. Three, 4, 6. That should do it for the cargo for the platforms. All I just have to do is just add the side buildings and the main building to have commodities that's delivered by rail unloaded. Now you might be wondering why I have two platforms when I can easily deliver one load entirely by one train. It's because I'm going to have a separate food and machinery train coming in. Finally, all we need to do is basically place down a road beside the station and then connect it to the Kandy town's road network. That should basically do it, though, because of this town's size and its directions, well, its road pavements, I think a trolley system could be very beneficial in this town. Alright, the road is finished. Now, let's basically finish the extension. Oh joy. Well, I believe this is basically going to be an episode all about construction. Because the lag is just so bad right now, I haven't been able to basically get the construction of this entire thing done. Alright. That should basically do it for the track work for the mainline track. But now we also got this extension, the platforms for our commuter and local trains to enter and exit from. We're going to make this a little different, as since there's going to be 2 trains entering for the cargo station, I want to be sure that at least all 9 freight trains can easily access the cargo station. Let's connect this here. Connect that there. Let's basically head through this cutting right here. That's where our track will go. Alright. That nice sweeping curve onto the main right there is just what I need. Connect there. And do the same here. Whoa, that's actually quite a steep drop. Guess I'll have to start hugging to the side of these hills in order to get to the flat range again. And then get a tunnel through that little bit of hills before I can basically finish this project. Alright, let's see. First of all, no bridge, just an embankment. Sure, it doesn't look pretty, but I can easily fix that with the terrain editing tools. Alright. The track is set down to the bottom. We'll have to basically bore a tunnel. This will be the first time we built one. we'll replace it with this modern concrete looking tunnel. And then finally, after getting through this, we'll gotta work on the tracks around the station of Rambukana. Alright. Do the same track there. We'll just basically make the switches here at 16 and just set them right here. You go through there. Reconnect right here. Do that. Activate the slip switch. Dig through another tunnel. And all we just have to do is basically connect this end to this, confirm, and that should basically be done for the mainline extension.
Although the railway line was built mainly for transporting coffee, it is important to have broad support from the local population. Gain the trust of the Kandyans by providing public transport connections to the city and transport some passengers to Kandy.
So our next task is very simple. All we have to do is just deliver 200 passengers to the town of Kandy, and that's basically it, and eventually get started with the coffee operations. But from all the lag and all that stuff, I think this is a very good ending point right now. So if you enjoyed this episode of my Let's Play Transport Fever 2, please be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to Texas Gaming Industries for new video uploads on Fridays or Saturdays, depending on my outside schedule. And as always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Bye!